Hello, I am the creator of Halloween on a Dime, and this video is to show you how to create a scarecrow just like this. And you can do it very cheaply. This scarecrow actually cost me probably less than $5 to create, so it's not too bad. How did I do that? Well, it's all in the materials. First thing you need is some wood to hold your scarecrow up. The wood I got for free because it was from a project my dad was working on, and then he had some left over, so I guess it's not really for free because my dad bought it, but I didn't have to pay for it. So if you're working on a project in your house or something and you have some materials left over, you really should save that stuff because it can be used to create so many different things. And the same thing goes for the gravestones that I'll explain to you how to create in another video. But anyway, you need the wood for your cross, just some long sticks. If you don't have the advantage of having a project that you're already working on and having extra wood, you can ask a friend or someone who might be tearing down an old shed or an old garage, and you can something you can do is just offer up your services or something, offer to help out, tear it down, and in exchange get some of the old wood that they're just going to be throwing out. So that's one idea. So that's what you need. The first thing you need is the wood. Next is you need old clothes. You can get old clothes anywhere. I mean, from your parents if they saved old clothes, or in your own closet, any clothes that you just don't wear anymore, or wherever. You can even go to the Goodwill or garage sale and get some old clothes for a couple bucks. I mean, it doesn't matter what they look like or anything because they're going to be sitting outside, and it's a scarecrow. He's supposed to look old and raggedy. So you need the old clothes. If you have an advantage, maybe you could even get some boots to stick on his feet, but it's not absolutely necessary. The next thing is the hat. I had the hat. It was an old hat sitting down in the basement. No one was using it. If you don't have a hat, again, go to the Goodwill or a garage sale. Goodwill is a good place to get some old straw hats. They have them for a couple bucks. And let's see, I think. And then the burlap. Burlap I just bought at a store. I got a couple yards. I actually have a bunch left over, and I just got enough to make the head on the scarecrow. And for my scarecrow, that's the only thing I paid for was the burlap. Oh yeah. And then the odds and ends that you'll need are like the stuffing, which is plastic bags. I'll explain why I use plastic bags in a moment. And button them up. And string to tie his hands and everything, and nails to nail your wood. Alright, so I'm pretty sure most of you out there know how to create a scarecrow. So I'll just go through it really quickly. I got the wood. It was one long piece, and I cut it in half and then just nailed it into a cross. If you want, you can get another piece and nail it down at the bottom here and stick his feet on there. Because I was thinking about doing that on mine because his hands kind of hang and I'm worried they're going to fall off or something. So, there's that. Nail that, and then you get your shirt and everything, and you tie the ends. And even the end of the shirt down in here. And yeah, he's tied in there. And then you start stuffing all the pieces together. or you start stuffing all the pieces with plastic bags. Now, why did I use plastic bags and not leaves? Well, there's a couple of reasons. One, if I used plastic, or if I used leaves, they would start molding and decaying at the end of the year, and I'd have to take my scarecrow apart, and I'd have to create them all over again next year. And plastic bags, they don't decay or mold or anything, and if they get wet, all you have to do, while he's outside, you don't have to do anything. But when you bring him in, if he's wet or something, you can just lay him down on the ground in your basement or something, just let him dry out. Alright, so his legs and everything got stuffed when his hands are tied, and all the ends are tied. Now to put him on the stick. What I did, I don't know if you can see, there's a pole in here that I took, and I stuck it up through his shirt and through the head. Now the head, what it is, it's a plastic bag with a bunch of plastic bags stuffed inside to create like a ball, and then the burlap is tossed over it for, the head. And that stick in there is brought up through the head, and that holds the head up. Because if you just put them on here, your head would be falling over. So you need something to hold the head up. So the stick is stuffed up through the shirt, up through his head. Just so it's hung on, and it's tied down here at the bottom. Along with the shirt. You can see. Tied down here. All tied down together with the string. Alright? And then the shirt is just stuffed inside the pants. And then the pants, they're held up two different ways. They are bobby pinned to the shirt, but that's not enough to hold the pants on, because the bobby pins, it'll just rip through the material. So another thing I did, take a look back here, I took a nail and nailed it in right here, right about where the pants would be. And then I took some rope or some like thick string, and I looped it through the two loops on the pants, and I looped it over the nail and tied it so that the pants are being held up by both the nail on the wood and bobby pinned in the front. Alright, and then once you have them all together, I'm probably going to actually take his arms. They're not attached at the moment, so I'm probably going to take just like a nail or something, nail them in there. Alright, and then you take all your hat and everything, put it on, put it together, and that's basically it. That's how you create the scarecrow. This stick in there, it's actually a stick that I got from Michael's. They're about a yard long, and they cost like 50 cents each for these long sticks. They're wood sticks. Or if you want, you could just get a stick from your tree or something if it's long enough. So that's about it. So, in review, everything you need is the wood for the cross, a stick to hold the head up, burlap, some old clothes, and some plastic bags. In total, that cost me about less than $5. So, that's how I create a scarecrow for less than $5.